Today, we're looking at the Jurassic World Rebirth Advent Calendar and making a Jurassic World drink to match. This one is called the Menacing Mix, which is a name that AMC theaters came up with, not me. If you're lucky enough to have an AMC theater in your area with their MacGuffin bar, you may have had one of these when you went to see the movie. And by had one, I mean had one and then went back for a second and maybe a third and decided you wanted to recreate it at home. So, for my take on the AMC Theater's Menacing Mix, you'll need a dark spiced rum, coconut rum, grenadine, club soda, this specific yuzu citrus blend infused syrup, and sweet and sour mix. I usually make my own sweet and sour mix, which is pretty easy. You're just looking at equal parts lemon juice, lime juice, and simple syrup. So, in a shaker, start with a little bit of gold luster dust if you so choose, 1 ounce of your deep sea monster dark spiced rum, a ½ ounce of your coconut rum of choice, a ½ ounce of grenadine, a full ounce of that yuzu citrus blend, and a full ounce of your sweet and sour mix. Shake it all up and pour it into a pint glass with ice. Fill it up the rest of the way with club soda. I found the best ratio for me is about 6 ounces, and all there's left to do is enjoy. Cheers! So, this advent calendar retailed for around 30 bucks. I got mine from Amazon, and then it showed up at my local Fred Meyer not too long after that. I never saw it anywhere else.
Of course, I take a break from editing to go to Ross, and here it is for 13 bucks. So,
most of the creatures in the set are identical, both in sculpt and paint job, to the ones in the Rebirth Minis 15-pack. In this advent calendar, you do get a few extras, some diorama pieces, and as far as I'm aware, this is the only way to get the Titanosaurus. While there are 24 little doors in this calendar, there are only 18 creatures. The rest of the days are taken up by little environmental bits or other creature parts, and we'll get back to that. Here we go. Day 1, Ankylosaurus. I'm sure you have a ton of these already, but since these are slightly undersized versions of the originals, you can set up whole family units with them. Day 2, Gallimimus. Again, one you probably have tons of, but that's okay because you can set up a whole flock. I was gonna say that I'm surprised it stands on its own, but just look at those massive feet. Day 3, Dimetrodon. I'm surprised they haven't repainted this one yet. Set up a whole cave of these guys or something. Day 4, the new Mosasaurus. 4 days in, we finally got one of the creatures from this actual movie. Granted, there weren't a lot of them, so I understand why they had to fill out the roster, but still. Gonna be a lot of duplicates in here. Day 5, Pteranodon. While I know you already have the sculpt, I believe this is the first time we've gotten one with these red wings. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Day 6, here we go, some diorama pieces. With this one, you get a little diagram of everything that's in the box, plus instructions on how to set everything up, and we'll come back to that once we get the rest of the pieces. Day 7, the Maroon Raptor. Another duplicate that's in the 15-pack, but I like this sculpt, so I'm happy with more. Day 8, the head of the Titanosaurus. God, that is diabolical, making kids wait 3 days just to assemble a single dinosaur. I mean, that is good for teaching patience on top of the patience they're already learning with 24 days of an advent calendar. At least the following days, 9 and 10, give you the rest of the body immediately, so you're not stuck with body parts for a week or two. Just plug in the neck and tail into the body and you're good to go. This one is massive. I'm not sure if all these parts would fit into one of the blind boxes, so I can imagine that this might be the only way to get it. Day 11, some green grass base plates. Day 12, your millionth Dilophosaurus. This is one of the few that I have that can actually stand. And I don't know how they did it, since these usually get squished into the plastic trays, so I'm impressed. Day 13, Spinosaurus. Since there were multiple Spinosaurs in the film, but we've only been given 2 different dorsal patterns so far, which is the only reason to get the 15-pack, you can use this extra as a third. Maybe repaint it, which I might do since mine has some paint splotches and a misprinted eye. Day 14, more diorama pieces, almost there. Day 15, your 100th Atrociraptor. They're putting these guys in everything. Day 16, your basic Pteranodon. I don't have anything else to say about this one. Day 17, a charcoal raptor. Have you seen this color before? This might be a new one. Either way, I like it. Day 18. Finally, the last of our diorama parts. So let's go ahead and assemble these. Obviously, you can mix and match them and set them up however you'd like, especially considering that they don't stick together well at all. I'm just gonna follow the instructions here and see what we get. Finicky assembly aside, these are pretty neat. I believe these parts are also exclusive to the advent calendar itself, so if you're looking to recreate the lab without any of the actual creatures we saw inside it, like the D-Rex or the Mutodons. Is it Mutodons or Mutodons? Mutodons? I don't remember them actually saying the name in the movie. Either way, here's the diorama. Day 19, yet another Atrociraptor, moving on. Day 20, Stiggy. This is the only figure I got from this set that could not stand up on its own. Good thing I have like 5 of them. Day 21, another brown Triceratops, again, moving on. Day 22, Quetzalcoatlus. It's been 9 days since we got one of the actual creatures from the movie, about time. I do like how this one has articulated wings, but it can't really be put into a standing pose, so you're gonna have it perched on something. Day 23, Pyroraptor. I have seen some people in the Jurassic Facebook groups hoping to find more of these, so I guess this is a welcome duplicate for some of you. And finally, day 24 gives us the T-Rex. Saving the best for last, I guess, because everyone loves the T-Rex. Like the rest, this one is identical to the one in the 15 pack, and I'm assuming identical to the blind box one as well. See, I didn't know that some of these would be re-released in the blind boxes, which I've since seen after buying this set, otherwise I would have waited and saved some money. Either way, these guys are small and don't take up too much space, so I'm super happy to have a Titanosaurus that isn't $75 and overflowing an entire shelf. It is also nice that we have options. Blind boxes, advent calendar, multi-pack, who knows what else we'll see these minis in. I really hope we get the rest of the creatures from the film, although an in-scale Dolores would have to be itty-bitty, so that's probably not going to work. In the meantime, good luck on your hunt for whatever minis, if any, you're after. Thanks for watching, and remember to please drink responsibly this holiday season.